Boker Tov. Let me try that again. When I say Boker Tov, you say Boker or. Boker Tov, Kulam. Excellent. We're going to begin our morning by calling forward Hal Sandig, who is part of a crew of people who, what can we say, made the pancakes. Give it up for Hal.
I really want to acknowledge, well, first of all, welcome everybody, but Hunter and Michelle did this with me, and Michelle really organized a lot of this and what happened. And then we made pancakes last Sunday for 3.5 hours, not with no breaks. I didn't get a coffee break, and we made 525 pancakes, and I did it with Nathan Bierman, and I couldn't have done it without him. He's not here. He's up north for the holiday. And I'd like to thank Jill and Santiago's mother. Thank you. And I found something. We used Keith's recipe, but I found out from Aviva this morning this is Gladys's recipe. So it's an appropriate. Its circle is closed. I hope you enjoyed them. Thank you for coming. And I'm not going to look at another pancake again for a long time.
Thank you, Hal. Thank you all of the volunteers who made this morning happen. I want to call, this morning is important for Bethel, for the Jewish community of Durham and Chapel Hill, and its importance really echoes a lot farther than that. I want to call forward one of our board members and a leader in our community, Dr. Adam Goldstein, to read a special letter that was sent this morning, and I'll let him tell you more.
Good morning, everyone. Boker Tov. A year and a half ago, when some of us were in Israel, and all of a sudden we found ourselves down in Knesset, walking with Lee and other family members from his family, advocating on behalf of Keith and to be released. And we fast forward to today when we're together, and it's really amazing. And everyone in this room, I'm certain, was involved in that. And we have a special letter today from a guest who couldn't be here but wanted to be here, and instead wanted their words to be present here. Dear friends, I am honored to welcome you to the Siegel Pancake Breakfast to celebrate the release of the hostages and remember those we lost. Last month, our collective prayers were answered when the final 20 living hostages were returned to Israel. While we rejoice the return, we lament the pain the hostages endured and the profound scale of the loss of suffering on October 7th. Entire families were shattered, and communities across Israel and around the world were left in mourning. Families like the Siegels endured fear and anxiety as they prayed and waited for the release of their loved ones. And Keith and the family not only suffered 484 days of captivity and torture, they lost their beloved mother, Gladys, treasured member and leader of Bethel Synagogue, without the opportunity to say goodbye. The past several years have been an extraordinarily difficult and dark time for Jews in this country and around the world. Anti-Semitism is among the world's oldest and most persistent forms of hatred. It did not begin on October 7th, nor did it end there. We must do everything we can to stamp it out and choose hope over hate. As governor, I will do everything in my power to ensure that Jewish North Carolinians can live, worship, and gather in safety. As you enjoy Keith and Gladys's famous recipe at the Siegel Pancake Breakfast, I join you in praying for the affected families and for lasting peace for the people of Israel and Gaza. May we remain resolute in our commitment to the work of repairing our world. Sincerely, Josh Stein, Governor.
And I am going to call up Lucy Siegel, who, what are the words, spoke to our community on Yom Kippur, and I think at Gladys' funeral a year ago, I spoke about just what incredible care and love you gave for your mom, and protected her, and loved her, and gave a gift to all of us. And we are so honored to have you here again this morning.
Thank you. So completely unnecessary. I just wanted to thank each and every one of you for everything that you have done for our family, your friendships with our mom, and many of you with our dad, and for me, being the only sibling living in North Carolina, the love, the warmth, the support that I have felt, even if you may not have realized it, since October 7th, has meant so much. And I just really want to, I really wanted to express it. So thank you, and Hal, Michelle, Sandy, everybody, Nathan, who put this together. This is super special. What's that?
Michelle Schrott.
Yeah, Michelle, of course, Michelle. Thank you.
It is a great honor to call forward Keith and Aviva, who are going to share some thoughts with us this morning. As they make their way forward, I'm just going to share, I think the governor's office is going to send a more official printout of this, but we have a copy of the letter from Governor Stein, and we also prepared a little small something. Yesterday, as Aviva and Keith, come on, don't wait. As Aviva and Keith, we walked into the sanctuary, you saw it a little different. Aviva asked, what about the pews, the seats, right? And I explained, we let those go. I will say there were people who were very happy to let them go. They were not the most comfortable experience, although I guess they help keep people awake during rabbi sermons. But whenever we have something physical in the Jewish tradition which has served a holy purpose, we either bury it in the Knesset, or we try to repurpose it and into something new. I believe that the mantles that cover our Torahs were lovingly quilted from old kippot and other such things. There are a few people around the room who are nodding their heads because they were here and did that when I was not. And the wood from the pews has been lovingly refurbished into many holy objects. A very holy object in our community is the L'chaim Scotch table right there, which is made of the wood from the pews. We have a beautiful hand washing station, which is made of the wood from the pews. There is a mythical cherry tree that used to stand outside of Bethel, whose wood continues to be present miraculously in all of the mezuzahs that the kids who have B'nai Mitzvah receive, and we're now using some of the pew wood in those mezuzahs. And we wanted to present you with a present. You can open this now, that is made from the pews that were in our sanctuary, and inviting the imagination, I'm going to say that this, of course, this piece of wood was specifically from the pew, the back where Gladys sat for so many years. I have no idea if that's true or not. Objectively, it doesn't matter, but we know that it is, and we want this challah board to lovingly be at your Shabbos table for many weeks and months and years to come.
Thank you. Beautiful. Very special. Very meaningful.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. It's a very special moment for Keith and I. And thank you for this, it's beautiful. And I do remember that they weren't comfortable. So thank you, and it will be something that we'll use and we'll always love to use. So thank you. So I know that many of you know Gladys. And I wanted to share some moments that I had with Gladys in the years, because she was just full of everything. And there's so many stories that I can tell, and it's a pleasure, always a pleasure to talk about Gladys. So Keith and I and our kids come to North Carolina for a visit, and we're sleeping downstairs, and I don't know why, but Keith and his mom meet in the kitchen at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I can hear them giggling and giggling and giggling. And I wonder what they're laughing about. So I come up to the kitchen when I decide to get up, not at 5 o'clock, and they're just laughing. And I'm trying to listen to the jokes, and I just want to say that I didn't understand anything they were talking about. And it was just lovely. I love those moments, and I'm always gonna remember them and miss them. Okay, they had a very special connection. And I don't know if everybody knew, but there was those monkeys that were like holding the door when you come through to the kitchen. And every morning when I used to go by, I used to look at those monkeys and connect monkeys. So I always connect monkeys to Gladys because she loved monkeys. Wherever I go, I see them with wood, and I'm just so sorry that I can't buy them for her anymore because I can't bring them to her, but I always think about that too. And she was just so special. She was the best cook. I remember the first time I came to North Carolina, and that's nearly 45 years ago. It's a long time ago. And it was Pesach. And she made something that's called, I think it's called kremselach. Anybody know what kremselach is? No, it wasn't tegelach. She made tegelach, but she made kremselach. It's something with carrots, and it's fried. And I'll never forget her long nails. They used to deal with the hot oil. She used to take them off. You remember? And she used to say that Earl loves them, but it's really hard to make them because of that. I'll never forget her fingers, her nails, like taking it off and Earl eating them. So she made Earl happy all the time. I think she was, she was the perfect person. But I think that out of all, she was the perfect wife that I could ever think of. She was just there for him, worried about him, and took care of him. And I'll never forget that we used to go for picnic lunch when he had a bit of a break from teaching, and that was lovely. And she was just very special, very, very special in many, many, many ways. But the most, I love the connection with her and Keith. And thank you again for coming. I remember the pancakes from Gladys, and that's what I remember. So, thank you.
Good morning to everybody. Thank you all for being here. And thank you very, very much for everything that you have done to get Aviva and me and all of the hostages released. There are still 2 hostages in Gaza. Please continue your prayers, your thoughts, your actions. Please tell all of your friends, families, anybody that you feel comfortable telling them that there are still 2 hostages in Gaza that must be brought back for a proper burial. It's very, very special and meaningful for me to be here with all of you in Bethel, a place that was very, very dear to my mom and my dad's heart, and that they did so much in order to make sure that Bethel grew and thrived. I feel my mom and I feel my dad with me, with all of us here now. And I want to say how blessed I feel to have had my mom and my dad as my parents. I learned from them many, many values and beliefs and ways to live life. And those are things that are something that I feel extremely privileged to have received from them. I'm very, very grateful. And my mother, anybody that knew her, you all know what a giving and a loving, compassionate, caring, funny person she was, and many, many other things. And I want to thank all of her friends and all of you for the joy that you all brought to her and all that took care of her when she was in need. And my mom, throughout her life, took care of so many people. She was there in times of need, and she was a reliable person that just wanted good for people, wanted good for this world. Thank you all very much.
I want to thank everybody that came last night. It was very special for us to be there with you and to share our story. And it was just amazing that so many people came and filled the room. So thank you so much. And I just want to thank Lucy for doing everything she did for Keith's mom, Gladys, and for her mom. And I used to say, we're lucky, how lucky we are that we have Lucy there. That first of all, that we can know how Gladys really is, and that we knew that there was somebody there for her all the time. So thank you, Lucy, so much, from the bottom of my heart. And thank you so much to you too. Thank you.
So before we return to pancakes, and I do want to encourage people to eat plenty, and Keith and Aviva are going to, in a few minutes, scoot off to the airport, and God willing, return to Israel and to the place that they have made their home.
I want to take a moment for gratitude for this moment, and encouragement that we should live lives of gratitude where we acknowledge the many precious gifts that are ours. We were gifted with a beautiful sunshine North Carolina chilly day on Friday, with the wind and the sunshine and the leaves. And I will repeat words that I said a year ago at Gladys's funeral, and again on Rosh Hashanah. The question that remains for us in Gladys's absence is, who will be Gladys? Who among us is going to send dozens of emails on Friday afternoon, checking in with so many different people in the community and signing them hugs? Who is going to inspire us? Who's going to not take no for an answer? And by asking and telling us we should give, really inviting us to be the best part of ourselves? Who's going to deliver meals on wheels? Who's never going to forget people who are hungry and people who are in need? Who is going to just be kind in each moment? Who's going to have beautiful fingernails? And that is the question that it stands for each of us to answer. And what I hope and pray is that every person here, whether you're returning to Eretz Yisrael or you're returning to the far reaches of Cary or Raleigh or Durham or Chapel Hill or Fayetteville, that don't wait. Don't wait for someone else. Right? Be the person who sends those emails, who makes those phone calls, who reaches out. And if we each do some of that, we'll have a better community and a better world to inherit and to leave for these precious children whose voices we hear. I'm going to invite us to stand, to sing one more time, Hatikvah, and to conclude by singing Oseh Shalom, because we are a people who continues always to hope and pray and yearn for peace.
Zion, Yerushalayim. עושה שלום ממרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום ממרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. ואמרו amen.
Seichem l'shalom, boker tov, and enjoy the pancakes. Thank you, everybody.